Hey, welcome to the California EL Civic Support Channel. This afternoon, today we're going to talk about selecting EL Civics COAAPs. Our content will cover where to go on the CASA's website, familiarizing yourself with the EL Civics Objectives, conducting a student survey, reviewing the COAAP details for each COAAP, selecting your EL Civics COAAP, Civic Objectives and COAAPs, entering the COAAP numbers and downloading the COAAPs for import into TE. What is a COAAP? Well, we go to the website. A COAAP is a Civic Objective Additional Assessment Plan. When you go to the CASA's website, be sure to log in. If I log out, you'll see login button here. You want to log in first. If you have troubles logging in, be sure to create an account. And if you're not able to select, be sure to contact your CASA's program specialist who can help you with that. California EL Civics is here along that left edge. Click on that and you'll get to the California EL Civics page. Then you'll want to find California Civic Participation and IELCE. That website has 4 bullets at the top, which are very important to you. Okay, but first of all, you'll need to be sure. Well, you need to familiarize yourself with the EL Civics Objectives. To do that, there's a quick list of them. I think it's right here. This list helps you understand all the numbers and what they mean, what number 1 is. There's a description, short description, and it gives you categories. There's immigrant integration categories, as well as just basic CASA's categories. Consumer economics covers things like banking, business plans, lease and rental agreements, things like that. As you go down the list, you find community resources like DMV, childcare services in the area, things like that. You'll find health and a number of health topics that are popular. Employment, also very popular. Government and law, and transition into credit and workforce training. So those are all important to know about before you go on to this part called pre-approved additional assessment plan list. So prior to looking on, once you're familiar with them, there are about 59 of them, you'll want to conduct a student survey. So that's why the list is very helpful to you to know kind of the categories to ask students about. What do they want to study? You need feedback from students and often from teachers to know what they feel the students would get most out of. Sometimes students are not familiar with this at all, and they have trouble, like beginning levels, for instance. Get feedback from students, from teachers, and then take the top 10 results. You may even want to narrow it down further, but look carefully at those results and try to match them up with pre-approved additional assessment plans. Okay. So the next step is to review the COAAP details for each of those that were chosen by students and teachers. To do that, you click on the first bullet, pre-approved additional assessment plan list. You'll get this list and you can start from number 1, and go to any number you would like. Let's pick 17, for instance. We go to that and we see that there are 3 different plans for this one. Some are oral and written, some are portfolio, some are just simply role play. Ooh, role play, that sounds pretty easy. Let's look at the details. That's over on the right. You want to view the details, see what levels it covers. This is covering all levels. That's great. And then there's usually at least 2 tasks. Task 1 here is described with a rubric. Task 2 is described, and then that rubric follows. It also shows you the possible points needed for each level. Once you look at the details for each, then you'll be able to choose and select your COAAPs. Be reasonable. Don't start with 5 or 10. Start with 3. 3 is usually the minimum. So be reasonable. Talk with your teachers, talk with your IAs, talk with anyone that's going to be an assessor. Is this going to work? How will we get this done? Once you're ready, you select your COAAPs, and that's bullet number 2. Select Civic Objectives and Additional Assessment Plans, COAAPs. Click on that, and you'll see there's 3 options. You're going to do option 1 if you're new, or if you want to revise a COAAP or enter a new one, you click on those and you'll be contacted by CASAs and it's usually Lori Howard to see what you really want to do. But let's say we're going to select pre-approved COAAP. And I'm using Bassett Adult School as an example. They have chosen 33. But let's say they want to add another one. So they're going to add one and they're going to find it on the list. Let's say we find 17 like we were looking at before. And we decide we wanted the role play one. So we're going to go over here to select. So we saw the details. We liked everything. We're going to select. So when we do that, it's added to our list. Okay. And if we, oh, that wasn't the right one, you can always remove the selection on the right. And when you're ready, those are the selections you made. Remember, it's a 3-digit code. Then you go to checkout. Okay. Now, the last part is when you go, you can see your agency's civic objectives and assessment plan selection. So once you've entered the COAAP numbers, you want to download the COAAPs for import into TOPS Pro. So you click there and you'll say download COAAPs for import to TOPS Pro. When you click that, you'll be taken to a PDF of exactly how to do that in TE, including how to use the additional assessments import wizard. Thanks for listening. If you have questions, contact your CASAS program specialist. Thanks so much.